question, tell me something about yourself. Whether you or anyone is moving to a new school, post-school, joining a college, going for a job interview, first day at workplace, maybe hosting a function or addressing a crowd, everywhere conversation begins with introducing oneself. And this 1 minute speech of yours speaks a lot about your personality. For example, in an interview, when the interviewer can know everything about you from your resume, yet he wants you to tell about yourself. The moment you speak your name, it shows your confidence. Your selection of sentences and the sequence in which you deliver them shows how well you express yourself or how well you can articulate things. And as said, first impression is the last impression. So to make this impression the best one, watch this video till the end so that you do not miss the 2 sample introductions. And at last, I am gonna share with you the very important do's and don'ts of a self-introduction. Number 1. Many people may tell you to thank the interviewer, like, thank you for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself. But I don't agree with this. You should directly start your introduction unless the interviewer congratulates you or tells you that you have made it to the interview round. Then you may say, thank you for shortlisting me for the interview round. Or if the case is not of an interview, you are at a function where you are specially asked to introduce yourself, or maybe you are addressing a crowd or hosting a function. Then you may say, I would like to introduce myself. The first thing of your self-introduction is your name. Always mention your full name. For example, my name is Ankita Bisht or I am Shefali Diopa. Never say myself Ankita Bisht. It is grammatically wrong. And always remember, whenever you say your name, say it with full style and sense of pride. It shows your confidence. After name comes the place. Here you will talk about your hometown or the place where you have spent the maximum time of your life. For example, you are working in Delhi but you were born and brought up in Chandigarh. So you will mention Chandigarh. You can say, I am from Chandigarh or I belong to Chandigarh. It would be great if you can mention some interesting fact with the name of your place. For example, I belong to the city of Nawabs, Lucknow, or I am from the cleanest city of India, Indore. Now, if the interview is at the same place where you are from, for example, you are from Delhi and the interview is also in Delhi, so you will say, I belong to Delhi itself. Number 3 is the educational qualification. Here you will mention your latest educational qualification or your degree course. If you are a school student, you will say, I am in 9th standard or I am in class 9. Never say I am in class 9th. Either 9th standard or class 9. Do not say class 9th. Now, if you have completed 12th or your degree course, then you may say, I have completed 12th from Don Bosco School, Ramnagar. Or, I have completed BTech in Computer Science from Imperial College, Bareilly. Now, 2 things to note here. Number 1. Always mention full name of your college. Do not say, I have completed 12th from DBS Ramnagar or I have completed BCom from MBPG Haldwani. No, always mention full name of your school or college. Number 2. If you have scored good marks in 12th or your college and you want to emphasize on them, you may mention your marks as well. And if you have completed your course in the minimum required time, then you may mention time as well. For example, I completed BTech in Mechanical Engineering from Uttarakhand Institute of Technology, Dehradun in 2016 with 79%. There is one more method to say the same. You may say, I am a BCom, I am a BTech, I am an MBA, I am an LLB, etc. etc. If you are studying in any course, then you may say, I am studying in BCA second year or I am pursuing BA from Delhi University. After educational qualifications, number 4 is your work experience. If you are a fresher, you can talk about any industrial training or any project that you were part of or any course that you pursued along with your degree. For example, I have done 6 months industrial training from Veroc Limited, or I completed a 1-year web designing course from BigByte in 2018. Now, if you have worked with some organizations and carry certain work experience, mention your latest job role. For example, I have 5 years experience in teaching. Presently, I am working as TGT Science in Government Inter College, Patiala. If you have got certain promotions during your work, you may mention your first and last job role. For example, I am carrying an experience of 8 years. I started working as senior engineer with Infosys in 2011 and presently I am working as a team lead with TCS. After work experience, you will talk about your aim. Being a fresher, you can talk about what do you want to become or your career goals. For example, my aim is to become a wrestler, or I want to be an army officer. If you are a working professional, you should mention your short-term goal and long-term goal as well. Your short-term goal can be anything like designing a gaming app, or achieving a particular target, or being a team lead in your company. And your long-term goal can be your own business setting up plans, or moving to your hometown and giving free education. After aim, you should talk about your strengths. And whenever you are mentioning your strengths, do mention your 1 or 2 weaknesses or areas for improvement, unless you are perfect or you are God. Your strength should not be any adjective that you heard in someone else's introduction. You should be able to justify your strengths if asked later on. It would be great if your strengths are related to your job role. Your strength can be anything like you are confident, pleasing communication skills, adaptable, multitasker, goal-oriented, etc. etc. And your weaknesses or areas for improvement should in no way affect your duties and your responsibilities. They can be like you are straightforward, you cannot say no to anything, you are emotional, etc. For example, I am adaptable with pleasing communication skills. At times, I am a bit straightforward and turn emotional. Or you may simply say like, my strength is confidence and my area for improvement is my irregular food habits. After your strengths and areas for improvement, talk about your hobbies. You can say my hobby is, my hobbies are, I like or I love. Your hobbies can be anything like playing cricket, listening to music, doing craft work, cycling, gardening, cooking, etc. etc. After hobbies, you will talk about your family. Now talking about family is optional. You may or may not mention about them. And in no case go into details mentioning their name and occupation unless asked by the interviewer to do so. You may say, there are 5 members in my family. Or, apart from me, there are 4 members in my family. My father, mother, an elder sister and a younger brother. At the end, you will close up your introduction by saying that, that's all about me, sir. Or you can also say, that's all about me, sir. If I have missed anything, you may ask me. Now I will present 2 sample introductions. One for the freshers, a very brief one, and one for the working professionals who carry some experience slightly longer. My name is Vishakha Negi. I belong to the capital of Punjab, Chandigarh. I have completed MSc in Chemistry from Kumaon University with 77%. I have NCCC certificate with A grade. I have worked with an NGO, Seva, and taught in slum areas for 6 months. I want to be a professor. My strength is my optimistic attitude and my area for improvement is talkative habit. I like painting and singing. There are 4 members in my family. That's all about me, sir. I am Vaishali Bhavnani. I am from the Pink City, Jaipur. I am a BTech in Computer Science. I have been working since 2011. I started working as a data analyst and presently I am an assistant manager in auditing department. My short-term goal is to design a program which may generate automated reports as per user's choice. And my long-term goal is to move to my hometown and conduct computer courses in government schools. I define myself as punctual and goal-oriented, which helps me to achieve the targets in shortest time. At times I'm a bit irritated when someone disturbs me while I'm doing work, and I'm working on it by doing meditation. If I talk about my hobbies, I love sketching. In my family, apart from me, there are 4 members. My father is a retired government employee. My mother is a homemaker. I have an elder sister, she is working with Deloitte in Bangalore, and a younger brother who is pursuing BCom. Now I'll share with you the very important do's and don'ts of a self-introduction. Number 1. Many people have the habit of saying sir, sir, sir throughout the introduction or their interview. Never do this. It's okay to say sir or ma'am in the beginning when you greet or wish, and at the end when you say that's all about me sir. But in the mid, while you are giving a self-introduction, do not say sir, sir, sir. Avoid the repetition. It shows your nervousness and low confidence. Number 2. Many times the interviewer says, Ankita, tell me something about yourself. Be alert and listen. Is he saying, tell me something about yourself, or Ankita, tell me something about yourself? If the interviewer has already mentioned your name, do not repeat your name. Skip your name and begin with the second sentence. If he hasn't said your name, then tell him by introducing your name first. Number 3. Many times the interviewer also says, walk me through your resume. Walk me through your resume is same as tell me something about yourself. When he says walk me through your resume, tell everything that is written in your resume in a sequence but in a gist. The 4th and a very important tip is, whenever we talk about giving self-introduction, we tell our knowledge, our skills, our achievements and our accolades all at the same time. They should be presented in a very balanced manner. We should not seem that we are bragging too much, and at the same time we should not look less spirited. Our introduction should be of minimum 30 seconds and of maximum 90 seconds. And in no case it should be of more than 2 minutes. The last and the most important tip for an introduction is maintain a balanced smile, balanced posture and be comfortable. And with this we have come to the end of this video. I've done my part, now it's your turn. Prepare your own best introduction, and I would recommend you to write it down in the comment section below so that the learners get variety of options to prepare an introduction of their own. Also, if there would be any mistakes, the community is there to help you out. If you want more such videos on introduction or interview questions, write to me in the comment section below. Or if you want to improve your grammar, learn vocabulary or sentences for everyday use, click on any of the videos on the screen, or you may check out the channel for more videos. Do not forget the drill of like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you. Have a great time with learning.